folks. So, Wayne shit leaked. I wonder who did that. Trust me, I wish we could take credit for that. That wasn't us. I wish it was us. Or probably it was. Who knows? I have a lot of people working under me, so who knows? But it's time for me to explain a little bit about Spark. A very, 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 very long time ago. Pretty much the members of the Curl family, which are me, Megalo, Overlord. Jimmy wasn't created yet. Or actually, no, he was. He was because he was made when I was like, what, 15 originally? And he grew alongside me. But we played a game. We didn't know it was going to destroy our universe, but it did. Now, we found an FAQ on Spurg by one tentacle therapist. And it did kind of help a little bit, but we had to figure mostly everything else out. Melly was a space player. So, yeah, time and space. We needed her to breed frogs. You need to breed frogs to get another universe. We got everything back together. We took a lot more effort and timing, and the fact that I had to pull people from the moment of the meteors coming. Because when you play Spurg, you gotta get into this place called the medium quick. If you don't get into the medium quick, meteors destroy the whole entire world and you die. So basically, we all had to get into there super quick. We met up, fought the Black King. I found out I was a prospition. I mean, not a prospition, a dirt site. I keep saying I'm a prospitioner, but we all know I'm a dirt site. We all know. And it still pisses me off. Anyways, fought a ton of little guys called imps. Not the imps from Hell of a Boss, mind you. Little tiny shale imps. Because somebody put Diddy Kong in their kernel sprite, and I was fighting versions of imps that look like Diddy Kong. Bugsy, I am sorry about that shit. Every time you talk about it, you're still mad about that. Dude, I was fighting Diddy. I was fighting a lot of Diddies, man. Can't even look at Diddy the same way again. Can't even play Donkey Kong Country right. I'm like, oh shit, Diddy. You understand how much PTSD I got from that? It's fucking horrible. Can't even look at Diddy the right way. I have to train my mind not to freak the fuck out every time I see Diddy Kong. This is fucked up shit, man. And you're probably wondering about the Midnight Crew. Well, they do exist within my universe, and they had nowhere else to go. So I basically said, "Hey, you guys can come to my universe." There was no Jack Noir. Well, there was, but he wasn't like evil. He tried to usurp the Black Queen, but I kind of made sure that didn't happen. And knowing my history with Jack Noir and Spade Slick, yeah, it's a little bit. That's more convoluted. We don't have time to really talk about that one. But what we do have time to talk about is what happened after we beat our session. After we beat the game, another disc appeared not too long ago. Now, me and the guys hid this disc where no one can find it. Because if anybody ever makes a Spur obsession inside the Zeta Omniverse, oh, everything the Double and the others ever worked for would be screwed completely. I am saying screwed. Why you think I'm so worried? Why do you think I'm always so nervous when Seto's around? Because I'm scared she's gonna find that. She's gonna find the disc and possibly use it to make another session. And think about it, a world where Seto can craft the universe in her image? Do you know how scary that is? Like, just thinking about it. You know, my voice just raised a few octaves because I know what that would be like. Utter and complete hell. We all have our aspects. And maybe later I'll talk about aspects and what they can do. But the base stuff. I am a time player, which means I can make time duplicates of myself. I can go forwards and backwards in time. And Megalo, I am a page of hearts, which means I can buff people passively with various things. Tario's a blood player, which means he can give us the offensive buffs and make ourselves even more powerful. So can Megalo. Overlord, or Over, as he's known, as his name is, he can actually use Void. Black holes, he can make you blind. He can do all that stuff. Now, Dem, he's a Bard of Rage. Now, Bards of Rage, now this is really, really, really crucial. Bards of Rage, well, if you're a Bard of Rage, that means you can amplify someone's power based on their rage. But the thing about Dem is, and the thing that Dem has always had, he can use his voice to boost people up. With the fact that his thing is rage and he's a bard, you can guess how that works. And there's a deep history between me and a certain ancestor of a certain lime-blooded troll. And a bunch of other shit. But I don't really have time to talk about that. Point is, let me explain what God tier is, finally, so you all can understand me clearly. God tier is something that happens when you reach a certain level. Either you fall sick in the quest bed, and then another version of you kills the other, or you get asked the normal way, someone has to kiss you, and then boom, baby, you got God tier power. And your base shit is stronger than it is before. Rather than a Chaos Lord that has forms, you can imagine how strong I am. Ergo, what I'm always saying, no one can really beat me. Because how do you beat God tier, folks? Only another God tier can find another God tier. And also, I was able to harness the Ultra Form, which was a thing I always had but never could use. I knew it existed. I actually was able to use it for one part of the fight between the Black King. And oh boy, that was one hell of a fight. Trust me, we were all scattered, just doing the best we could. Until Dem just literally laid the fuck smack on him. He like cut his health in half. And we were like, he just sat there, awestruck. But before the king could actually attack, I deflected it with my gauntlets. The only reason I still keep the gauntlets around is just a commemoration of that time in our lives. I do take them off. Like, I know you guys see the picture where I just have them on, but yeah, I take them off. How do you think I snuggle my wife? Like, honestly, how do How do you guys think I freaking hold my wife? Truly. But anyways, over. Okay, but back to the actual thing. So we're all God tier at one point because we all bit the big one at one point during our session and we got revived. So we're all God tier. Everybody in the Bugsy Council in the main line of the main members of the Bugsy Council, we're all God tier. We're all basically God tier. Now, we made sure that first we made sure that Skynet never exists in this universe, so there's no more Skynet than the one we actually already have. So basically we hid the disc in one place no one would ever look. We can't really say where that is, but we hope no one finds it. And I hate the fact that we revealed this because now I know if Seto ever comes back, she's gonna try and find it. So what I'm saying to you is a big risk. The biggest risk I'm willing to take. But I feel like people need to understand and know about this. For good or for ill, it's not like we're gonna let anybody have the disc. I promised a very special somebody that I would never let that disc fall into anybody's hands. I won't let it happen again. I saw was like when someone does another session when one is completed, and I never want to see that in this universe. And I know we got a bunch of power hungry goons, doofuses, morons, fucking people that want to just take power for themselves and turn evil like drop of a hat. Do you understand why I'm sometimes so fucking like nervous and why sometimes I get a little angry and I switch to my other form? It's shit like that I worry about. Because when you're literally me, you think about this stuff. You think about what Spurb could do in the wrong hands. I don't think Spurb was ever really a tool for good. And I feel like the way it happened for all of us should have never happened, but it did. It made us stronger. Even though I may not like how we got to that point, it still happened. But we are where we are now. And I want all the factions to understand this. I can never let anybody have the disc. Even if this whole Omniverse goes to shit, because the danger involved, putting that disc into a computer is too much. It's too much. And I can never let anybody try to steal it or take it. Or even study it. That's how bad that is. I can't even let people study it because that's the thing. People get tempted. People get tempted and fall and be like, I can make the world my own image. Not understanding the real danger and undertaking they have to do just to get to that point. That's what it means to be a god tier. That's what it means to be the keepers of Spurb. We can't let anything happen to it. And we have hit, and we can't really say the location. Because anybody could have a wild hair up their ass and do it. And it's not like I don't trust any of the other factions. But you know, if that leak is to be correct, I think I know who's actually doing this shit. And I can't let them know where it is. But y'all need to know the truth. we Bugsy, the Bugsy Council has been around for a few years, and so it's imperative that you know all. And Wayne, I want to just say one thing: you're being played like a $2 fiddle. But you know, you're too much of a sick bastard to really understand that. Oh yeah, so yeah, and I'm never gonna let you get the disc either because, motherfucker. I mean, the worst you can do is make a null session and you just be stuck there. But I wouldn't want to risk that for anything. No one's gonna work with you anyway, because doing a sperm session is literally a team effort. It's something you don't know something you don't know how to do with. You don't know how to do at all, and that's the thing. So yeah, we're just gonna. The Bugsy Council are the keepers of Spurb, and we are never gonna let it go. Ending transmission, and yeah, we were watching Doctor Who's an assistant, so don't worry about it. Come on. And my dog is getting me to do something. Come on, Siggy, you can do it. You can do it, puppy. Come on. There you go. All right, but like I said, yeah, we were watching Doctor Who's an assistant because somebody had to go home, had to go to our condo and get to the toilet. I regret nothing. Of course you don't. Freaking, freaking. How can someone so smart be so freaking? How can someone so smart have like a really bad impulse? Well, actually, I can answer that. That's one thing you gained in Spurb. Yeah, you got so many fucking like gadgets, like just useless shit from the merchants. Hey, I killed my denizen. You killed your denizen. You killed your denizen third before Dan killed his, and I killed mine first when I had enough when I was leveled up enough. So yeah, man. I mean, what you trying to say? You know, you guys are dicks. No, what you did to my toilet was dickish. I gotta freaking go in there with like 3 different things of air conditioner. I am blasting that fucking thing like this is Ghostbusters. I'm gonna have a proton pack of aerosol. I'm just gonna go, ah! And busting is not gonna make me feel good on that day. I can assure you. But ending transmission.